Yo, this is Eternal Plays Final Fantasy 1. We are now on the 10th and final floor of the Hellfire Chasm. It is time for us to battle the two remaining bosses of Hellfire Chasm. Last time we fought bosses, it was Scarmiglione and Cagnazzo. You might know which of the two of the bosses are if you played Final Fantasy 4 before. If not, then let us get to know the two bosses of the final floor. The bosses all representing Final Fantasy 4. We go to the southern room. This time we're gonna go this one first. And face the enemy that's going to await us. Just heal up, just to be sure. And let's go. I suppose I underestimated you. I didn't think you could make it this far. No matter, Barbariccia's wind shall cut you down. Yeah, this is Barbariccia, also known as Valvalis. If you play that in the SNES version, she's one of the 4 archfiends. She controls the wind element, and she's much tougher, I would say, than both Scarmiglione and Cagnazzo, but you should still do well here. Do the same thing we've done with the other bosses. We start up by using the gauntlets. Old Giant's Clubs on the knight, hasten him up. We want to protect the party, so it's the Protera, and then we want to hasten up the ninja as well. So she hits a lot harder. So this boss you might actually have to be a bit, you know, pay with some respect to. That's why I'm doing just everything like I do with all the bosses. Try to get the defense up, we hasten up the ninja. Now the ninja will be using Giant's Claws on himself, and we can do a no shock. And then we do a... she doesn't have any weakness here. Let's just do flare. Ray. Yes, that's a good thing for us. We slash her up a bit, and we do the Giant's Gloves on ninja. Flare attack. Damage and a null shock against attacks. Let's just heal up as well. We should throw some thunder and magic. And we do the flare. Oh, she still hurts. Luckily we hurt 2 now. Wow, 2,500. Ninja is getting really, really strong. Flare. Pretty good damage. We'll do Kuraga on the knight, and we'll do flare as well, yeah. Well, she only hits the knight, that's good for us. 2,500 hits again, while Ninja is just wrecking her. She has a lot more health. She has almost twice the amount of health of Scarmiglione. Not twice as much, but just below twice as much. We keep fighting her. Let's just do the holy now, just to take her out with some full damage spells. Cyclone, this is gonna hurt. Should have probably done my Kuraga here, but now we're gonna take some damage. Yeah, that actually hurts. But luckily for us, the damage we do is hurting her as well. And that's it. Barbariccia, known as Valvalis, has been taken out, and we receive the Braveheart Sword. Let's see the Braveheart Sword. A sword that can cast Confuse when used. It can be equipped by the warrior, the knight, and the ninja. The Braveheart is lesser damage or less attack power than the Excalibur. It has almost perfect accuracy though, but it has less damage. Same here as well. So Braveheart is not too good. You have better options for using weapons, but overall the Braveheart is still a decent weapon if you haven't caught all the weapons from the original storyline. Anyways, that was for Barbariccia. To exit the place, you go through here, then you have to go through here, and you're being sent to the surface. But we're not going to do that yet. Instead, I'm just going to magically teleport. And now we're going to go through the other boss. The boss on the 10th floor on the other side. So go all the way around here. Just follow the road. Now we're gonna face off against the 4th and final boss of the Hellfire Chasm, representing Final Fantasy IV. Just heal up before we go. And here we go. I am Rubicante. Let us measure our worth, warriors, in the crucible of my flames. Yeah, he is a noble man. This is Rubicante, in my opinion, the hardest of the 4 bosses here, and also I'll say hardest of the 4 bosses in Final Fantasy IV, of these 4 fiends. This guy has slightly more health than Barbariccia, and he has pretty much the same damage abilities than Barbariccia has, but I think he has much more defense. This one might take a bit longer. So, with Rubicante, we're just going to do the same as we did with other bosses. We start off by using the Giant's Gloves, myself. Hasten up the Knight as well. We want to protect the party from physical damage, and we want to hasten up the ninja as well. He knows fire spells, if Rago is thrown out here. Doesn't do too much damage, but it's fine, it's noticeable. Protera on the party, Giant's Gloves. And Haste the ninja as well. We attack with the Knight, we throw Giant's Gloves on the ninja. Now I want to do no blaze, and we're going to throw off a flare. Fear this time. A bit less damage, but it's respectable. Giant's Gloves on the ninja. Good damage. Next flare. Now let's heal up and get ready for what she's going to throw out next to us. Let's just do Hilaga just to be certain whatever's going to come. And we do a flare. He does a physical attack that still hurts a bit. We hit him pretty good, but he has a bit more health than Barbariccia, so just pay respect to him in case whatever's going to happen. Flare. Best spell to use is non-elemental, and it hurts. Nothing against these ones though. One reason why I always want to have a knight or ninja or a knight or a master or monk. You just need raw physical powers just being stronger here in this game than it is in other games. So in this route to protect from physical attacks, and we do another flare. We still keep hitting the knight, which is good for us. In this route to protect from more physical attacks. Hit again from the ninja. Just keep on doing the same. I'm just going to do a Hilaga now, and I'm just going to throw off a flare. Scorch. This is going to hurt. I didn't do too much damage, but it still hurts. Flare on Rubicante. Of course, not the Rubicant, without E. He's a bit of a cool guy because he's kind of noble. Like he's still evil, but he's not like supreme evil. He just wants to fight some people that has strong power as well. And that's it. So he has about 15,000 health. It's still decently challenging, but it's just more about taking his health down. And that's it. We beat him, and we got the Kuchuchimunji. I think it's called Kuichimunji. And as well, for beating him, you get the ribbon. Yes, this is the 4th and final ribbon in the game. You want to equip this on the knight. Now the whole party has ribbons, they are well protected against elemental attacks, and everything should be fine and dandy. Now let's check out the Kochuchi Munji, which is a katana swordish, I think. And even that one is not better than the Masamune, and should not either be better than the Excalibur. Less accuracy as well, less damage. At least we got the ribbon, which I will say easily, I would say it's the best treasure of them all to get in this place. And that was basically it. We go through here. You can turn to the surface if you want to, let's do that. We are done in the Hellfire Chasm. That's pretty cool. So we have beaten 2 of the 4 Soul Kill dungeons, but it's just gonna be longer and longer and tougher in the next dungeons to come. It's gonna be even more floors now. The next place, called the Livespring Grotto, has 20 floors, and the bosses are a bit spread here. You'll fight one boss on floor 5, one boss on floor 10, and then you'll fight the 2 remaining bosses on floor number 20. And as far as I can remember, you have to go through Livespring Grotto twice to fight the 2 bosses on the bottom floor. If not, then you just have to go through it over and over again. Now we might wonder, where is Livespring Grotto? Livespring Grotto is here. So you can't land on it, so you need to find your actual ship to get there. Let's go and get back our ship. Our ship is on the bottom right place. This is where we got ourselves the airship in the first place. Straight to the right here. Here it is. Maybe I should just go to the right here, but much faster. So yeah, that is basically the Hellfire Chasm. Just gonna go to the entrance of the Livespring Grotto before we end this part. Canners, engineers. Just gonna take care of them and be going on with our next part. Never mind. So many enemies. Kill them quickly. Maybe they are afraid of us. I wish the Black Widow could attack a bit more often than the first ones. He's always last. Dead last. Oh well. That's just how it is. Livespring Grotto is gonna be more challenging. There are the new enemies to face, and there are 20 floors to combine. That means we probably have to do all the floors in 4 parts in order to go through everything here. And then in the end, we'll be fighting the bosses. So what I'll be doing is that I'll be recording the floors 1, 2, 4, plus to go to 5. Then I'll basically fight the boss in floor 5. Then I'll go to floor 6 to 9 to 10, fight the bosses there, and then go through the 10 floors below, and then fight the 2 remaining bosses. So what I'll be doing is that I'll actually not be go through the boss. I'll actually be recording the 2 bosses, but I will not be actually going through them like normal. There we go. Livespring Grotto. So that's basically it for this part. Next time we will go through Livespring Grotto and fight through 20 dungeons, and we will meet the bosses from Final Fantasy V. I'm just gonna warn you, the bosses in the Final Fantasy V dungeons are much harder than the one we fought now in the Hellfire Chasm, so make ready and be prepared for what's going to come. And if you have any feedback on Let's Play or want to discuss this game, leave a comment below this video. If you you want to be notified when I upload more parts and other stuff on my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But I just want to say thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.